Well, lesson learned. You can't answer texts and keep the video going. That's kind of silly. Um, anyways, yeah, I think maybe we'll stay in the city of Portugal in the beginning and then end on the beach. Right? Does that sound amazing? Hey, if you want to come with us, you can. Uh, we're just doing a like-minded family, but whoever wants to go trip and no kids. It's going to be only adults. It's going to be fun. No super drinking, though. If you're into drinking, I mean, having a beer is different. But I mean, if you like to get drunk, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Not our thing. I love you and I don't mind you personally, but I don't want to spend 14 days around that because let's just be honest, drinking lowers your vibration. And that's just the way it is. Okay. Trust what you need is there. Let's see, my little love bugs. The Empress of the Pearl. I just read this card, or pulled this card for Liliana the other day. She was having a hard time. I think this was it. Just kidding, it wasn't. Natural pearls are rare, lustrous feminine gems created with a living organism. Pearls are pretty epic. The pearl oyster. They have a unique creation process. Natural pearls are created when a foreign entity, such as a grain of sand or a parasite, finds its way into the pearl oyster. The oyster reacts and creates layers of pearlescent substance, creating a warm, glowing treasure within. Just like the beautiful and rare natural pearl, you have a unique spiritual beauty to offer the world. Your pearl, remember, this is for you guys, so listen up. Of course, it can apply to me too, because I am humanity as well. You have a unique spiritual beauty to offer the world. Your pearl is a precious gift, something unique that is being born through your experience and your experience only. That's why I tell you guys, we have to share our truth. We got to share our truth because you don't know what little part could help somebody else. Okay? Again, I apologize. Like, simple things that can help you, like let's share a pain. Okay, so let's see, I'm not reliving it, I'm only sharing it just so you guys know. Okay, so I started dating somebody when I was 11, and we dated for a minute, like, but I was too young, and like I said, I was 11. I was in 7th grade. I think I just got into 7th grade. Anyways, he was older than me, and he wanted to, like, have sex and stuff, and I didn't know anything about anything. Like, he was the first guy I'd ever kissed and everything. And one time, one time I let him put it in because I didn't know, and it scared the bejesus out of me, okay? And then the whole time from that moment to then, first of all, I broke up with him because I was like, freak me out. Second, the whole time from then to my period, I thought I was pregnant because nobody taught me, okay? Teach your children, teach the youth around you. You do not have to have sex if you do not want to, okay? So this same male, now, obviously, he served a purpose in my life, okay? And I obviously loved him very much. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stayed with him. And I loved him in the moment that I was in then, right? Like, I didn't know what love truly was. Anyways, I had 3 kids by him. Well, we can go into that a little deeper a different time. But for now, I had 3 kids with him. And we were together for a long time. But I remember he used to do this thing. And for the majority of the time, I didn't want to be with him. But I stayed with him because I knew nothing else. I had nowhere to go. Like, I didn't know. A few times I moved back with my mom, but I don't know. You're just learning, right? You're just trying to figure out how to go through all this. Do you hear all those crows? Come over here, guys. Do you hear them all? Your Baron barking too. He sees me over here. Anyways, this is a pain that I've had to deal with and process. I'm so sorry. My throat. I say life will see. I guess it's not considered rape because I allowed it to happen. But I remember he would want to have sex and I wouldn't want to have sex. And remember, I'm like 15, 16, and 17 years old at this time that it was going on. And so I'd just lay there in the dark and let him do what he wanted to do. And tears would just flow from my eyes. I wasn't like crying, but just I allowed so much of myself to be taken away. I wouldn't change it because it's what I needed to go through on a personal note. So there's crappy things, right? We heal our hearts. Okay? So let's continue reading. And we all have that little unique bit because nobody knows what is going to help the next person. I'm doing a video, okay? Any struggles that you have experienced are a karmic gift to help you grow this inner exquisite offering to support the spiritual evolution of humanity. Boo Boo Bears, was I not just saying that? Let's reread that. Okay. Yeah, they're growing in there, but don't pull them out. Any struggles you have, just look. Any struggles you have experienced are a karmic gift to help you grow this inner pearl offering to support the spiritual evolution of humanity. We're all connected. We're all here to help each other. And that's the end of the story, dude. I don't care if you don't like somebody. You are still a part of their story. Could be somebody that you absolutely loathe completely. Still a part of your evolutionary journey. Your story that is intended to be shared with all. So we can know that we are all just one big bundle of circles moving together. Once you recognize this, you can dispense with your struggles more swiftly, using them to help you grow and not adding unnecessary energy or focus to any given problem. Do not focus. You focus on what you want to see in the world. Don't focus on the drama. Don't focus on the downfall of the freaking world. Don't focus on Gaia reprimanding the people. Do not focus on anything. Just do you. Be beautiful, okay? So that goes with trust what you need is there. Your pearl has been growing since the day you were born. Your pearl has been growing since the day you were born, okay? I'm also going to pull a card for life is an expression of you. Number 1, it's the first card. Life is more than existing. I was going to pull this one, but I'm going to pull it off to the side because it's not for us right now. I'm going to pull a different one. It's for us, but this first one's got to come first. Okay? Card for humanity. I love all these little tiny baby spiders chilling around the world. Okay, here it is. Hallelujah. What is that? It says shining lotus. Life is an expression of you, you beautiful shining lotus. We're going to read it though. La-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da. I love you all so very, very much. Oh, so life is an expression of you. This is for humanity, que no? Says, have you been hiding in the spiritual closet? Think about it for a second. I know I have in my journey. I've hidden the spiritual closet, and I say no more. No more hiding. Oh, hi. In the spiritual closet. You want to know why? Because we all have that little pearl that's still developing, that is, it's time to shine it, to help people. All people. There's so much more that is, it's such a paradox because there's so much more, but it's nothing. Does that make sense? It's really interesting. Okay. Get out of the freaking closet. You are supported. You are loved. Whatever your little gift is, if you know that your heart is true, rock on. Do it. Whatever that do it is, just do it. Oh, that was for you, Mom, because you love Nike. My mom doesn't like Nike. I never really asked her why exactly. Something to do with slave labor in China, I think. Sometimes it makes sense to avoid sharing your thoughts and feelings about spiritual beliefs and personal matters until they're clearer in your own mind. That's true. Discernment. We must learn it. Discernment. Okay, guys? Oh, please learn discernment. If you learn discernment, you can tell who is bullshitting you and who is not. And I'm so sorry, but this world has a lot of bullshitters in it. Presidential election, key point. We do not need a leader to lead us and make decisions for us. We are highly capable beings of making our own decisions. And these politicians, they're shisty. All of them. They're all shisty. Okay? Don't get me started because I get passionate about it. What we need is, I'm reading in that book, we need statespersons or something like that. Not politicians. Politicians are greedy. They want that money, baby. And you know how, I've said this before, you know how you can tell? This is how the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Shut down the world. Sure, I can roll with that for COVID, right? Because nobody knew. They knew because they started it, but we're not going to go there. Shut down the world just in case. Let it run its course. Come back. All will be well, right? Do you know how many people lost their businesses, lost their livelihood, lost their houses, lost their everything? I was fortunate. It did not touch me, okay? But my heart goes out to those that it did because it touched hella people. And a lot of people couldn't handle it. And a lot of people freaking killed themselves because of it. And it's bullshit. And all the while, our wonderful leaders have so much money, they have no idea what to do with any of it. While we, the people, are suffering, starving, dying, crying out for help. Did they help us? Did they say, oh, I won't take my $60,000 a month paycheck. I'm going to disperse it. I'm going to open up a food bank. I'm going to donate 40,000 of it to a food bank. Help my state. No, they didn't. They freaking capitalized on it. They gained from our loss. That is disgusting. And you guys, we need to discernment. Please, discernment. Moving on, my lovely souls. This does not mean you have to make a grand announcement unless that's what your heart says. Oh, I hear somebody talking to me. Says it's time to lead the revolution. The revolution into ourselves. I was thinking this morning, I love going to church. I do. But you know why I love going to church? I love going to church because I love being around all the faithful, the people who have that love in their hearts. And for the singing. God, singing just does it for me. And I was thinking, all the churches should visit each other. Because even though perhaps we believe in different truths here and there, the whole gist of it is the same thing. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So first of all, you must love yourself. Then you can love your neighbor. And my neighbor would be fellow religious truth seekers of all denominations, right? Why are we individuals? Why do we have this like separation aspect? We are all fractals of the whole. So why not? We're coming together slowly but surely. Let's see. It does suggest that there is something within you that you could share with one another or be more open about in your life generally. It might be a talk with a loved one about some significant feelings that you have kept to yourself, or beginning to be more open about your beliefs and your abilities. Once you put your energy into the world, you magnetically attract like-minded souls into your life, which will then encourage you to share yourself even more. It's a process. It's beautiful. Life is an expression of you, shining lotus. Get out of that closet. Now, here's the card that was told, Dynasty of the Divine Mother. This was for after reading Getting Out of the Spiritual Closet, okay, guys? This one. This is a callback. This is a remembrance. Sometimes we imagine enlightened beings to be another species to everyday humans. Yet there's an old Eastern saying that goes, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Enlightenment is made manifest through the small actions that we take every day. You don't have to do something special. You do not have to start a YouTube channel. You do not have to be a Reiki master. You do not have to start a church. You do not have to help the world at all. Simply acknowledging this card, that life is an expression of you, then acknowledging this card, get out of that spiritual closet, it's time, brings you to this card. You do it in whatever way your heart wants. That's the end of it. That's the end of it. You don't have to become Eckhart Tolle or whatever Tolle. You do not have to become a master painter, you know. Excuse me. None of it. You don't have to do it. Surrender to the ideas of what enlightenment may look like or feel like, to realize where it is already emerging within your matrix. It's not a certain way. You're not all of a sudden going to astral travel. You're not all of a sudden going to speak to angels. You're not all of a sudden going to, Enoch was and he had favor with God and he was no more. That's not what it's going to be like. It could be like that. It could. But it doesn't have to be like that. So release, and this message is for me also. I love how this is for me too. Release your, to end suffering and desire. Release your desire for enlightenment. It's already happening. No matter what point of your journey you're in, it is already happening. You are already it. I am already it. I am already the Christ. It's me. the kingdom of heaven is within me and without me, because we have this energy field around us. I think it's called a Taurus field, and it goes like this, like a big donut, and then it goes in my head, down. I'm pretty sure it goes out my root chakra and goes back down into the earth and back up and around again and in. See this beautiful light above my head? Hallelujah. Guys, it's simple. And when you get there, because the path there is not always simple. It can be a pain in the rump skillet. You guys have seen my rump skillet pain, okay? You know. But keep moving forward. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Okay. We're going to pull, I think, 2 more cards. We'll see. These are my favorite ones because they can be upside down or right side up. Whoopsie. Ooh, come on, guys. That's definitely, you are healing your heart. That's for that one. It fell right on top of it. We must heal the envy within our heart. Envy's a son of a gun, you know? And a lot of us suffer that because we have lived in such a world of lack. Our lives are not meant to be lived in lack. They are meant to be lived in abundance. Please believe me when I tell you abundance. Everybody, abundance. Abundance is the key. Lasting like unita lumitur. La cutiusina. Okay? Okay. Let's read it. This card shows a woman holding a huge pearl. Isn't that freaking hilarious? Please share this video. We need to reach more people. And I'm telling you, this is what I do when there's something that like booms in me, okay? I share it to everybody on my, well, except for my friend Jorge now, because he seems to think that I'm sending him links to ruin his phone. But he's far left and I love him no matter what. It's all good. We're beautiful people. But the universe, this is a real reading because it's all flowing together, okay? She's got the pearl. She has the pearl in one hand and a platter of coins and pearls in the other. She stands in a silver room looking out at a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already, but she ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity that she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, her desire for more only causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction, and that energy shows in her person. Look. See how dark and dreary, and she's looking like longing for what's on the other side? The grass is not greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it. Right? Right. Let go of jealousy and envy and acknowledge the blessings that you already have in your life. I'm not going to move on. We need to get rid of that. That is and that has to do with your heart, healing your heart, right? Yeah, let's go a little bit deeper with this healing your heart, humanity, my fellow lovelies. Lovely lovelies, lovely lovelies. Walking away. It's time to walk away from everything that's clouding your heart, etheric and physical. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking into the misty, unknown future. It is time for humanity to make a similar decision. Walk away. I love you. Walk away from it all, and you shall receive the abundance of everything. I was just reading that in the Bible. What it say? It said, if you have the ears and eyes to see and hear, And if you have it, that's all it said is if you have it. So it is the light. It's Jesus talking, right? And if you have the light, then light you shall receive. But if you have darkness, darkness you shall receive. It's time to walk away and fill the darkness you think you have, the darkness you think is holding you back, or you don't have enough, or you live in lack. Flip the switch in your brain. Flip the switch in your heart. It's time to rise above, walk away. We are healing our heart. Okay? It's time. Time. Let's do one out of the prism and we're calling it good. This is the last final card for our beautiful card reading that has lasted a long time. So I'm glad you spent time with me today. And it's 2 videos. So if you were just coming in on this one, go watch the other one because I didn't realize that you cannot... Looks like we're not walking away yet. We got the anger card. Guys, are you angry? No matter what you're angry about, or to, or with, or whatever, it's time to let go. We got the yin yang in reversed. I'm not going to read the anger card because we kind of know what that means, but I am going to read 22 in reversed, okay, guys? So we have envy and anger. You know who taught us these things? It wasn't God. It wasn't the father of all. It wasn't the mother of all. It's our fellow humanity who has been duped for so many generations to believe the darkness, the lies of the darkness. My husband always says, darkness, I don't understand. What does that mean? Anybody, you can tell people by the fruit that they bear. Anybody who's sitting in a beautiful, ginormous, beautiful castle and their area is so withered and raunchy, that's the darkness. Anybody who capitalizes, like, did you know that like all of our bank systems are owned by 2, I'm pretty positive, 2 huge corporations that are now making the rules for everything? Nobody in power has complete light in them. Now, with that said, the yin and the yang, we all have dark and light aspects of ourselves. I've done dark things. I've lived in dark places. I acknowledge that darkness as a half of my whole. But it's no more than the light. Therefore, it spins correctly. Instead of if it was more darkness than light, then it's going to spin all over the place, and that's why our lives go down shitty paths. This card reversed reveals a yang cycle, which is one of active, outgoing energy. This time calls for a more logical approach to things, but the logic needs to be applied to purposeful action. This cycle is often marked by creativity, new beginnings, sometimes with significant outer change. A lot of change needs to happen for these new beginnings, and I get it. You are going to lose people and things left and right because you cannot serve 2 masters. A house divided amongst itself will fall. You cannot serve 2 masters. You must serve the one of all. And there's, Ecclesiastes says there's a time for everything. So if you want to go out and go drinking and do karaoke or whatever your thing is, I don't know what your thing is, you can. You'll just do it from a different point of your heart. And when you do that, when you see that in your life, you'll recognize it and be like, oh, that's what this means, okay? Let yourself apply more forceful energy to the task at hand and take advantage of this highly charged yang time. I believe that this looks like a moon, does it not? And I believe that would be the Sagittarius moon. Sagittarius moon, huh? You think? Maybe all is at your fingertips. Well, we kind of already knew that. That's what this one is. There it is. Embrace the dark. Heal your heart. Envy, anger, walk away from it. Balance that energy source that you have in yourself that is dark and light. We are all dark and light. Embrace your dark. Love it because it is what made you you. It's your journey. Okay, guys. Happy day. It's a good Sunday. Share this video. You never know who it's going to touch. It is time to rise. Rise, rise, rise. Rise. So much love. Okay, fine. So much love. Nesai lehuyan lemahushanai. Lahai lelehuni ai silu kunirma levo. Asinai kinmetishnaya. Esigaletu mighty ashumaya. Light language is a struggle. It doesn't need to be, but it is. Because Lindsay has to step aside. But Lindsay has to step aside in everything I do. There was no Lindsay right here. Hi. Oh, so much love. So much love. We got this. Rise above. Let it go. Come out of the spiritual closet. We can do it.